different this time. So instead of making a video which is, you know, normal on a Saturdays at 5 p.m., I decided to make a live because I need to lower the engine of this Bentley Continental GT a bit down because it has a big vacuum leak. So I have no idea if anyone is going to be watching this live view. So hey, wish me luck. Let's start working. So first things first, what you need to do is actually disconnect the battery, obviously. And then afterwards, you need to disconnect all the plugs from the ECUs and then put all the wiring onto the engine bay, I would say. And then take off everything all around it and start, you know, unbolting everything. Right, so this Bentley is actually been off the road since 2016. So, you know what's the drill. It wasn't starting, it wasn't running. I managed to change the engine and found the problem why it wasn't starting. But now, as I install a new engine, it still has the problem that it misfires and it doesn't want to work on a low revs. So that means there's a vacuum leak. So I've done a vacuum test and the vacuum leak is somewhere from the underneath the, well, not underneath, it's up to the gearbox and somewhere on the steering rack. So I'm gonna try to lower the engine and find that leak where it's coming from. Right, so I need to disconnect now all the negatives from the ECU part and then I can drop all the wiring on top of the engine, and afterwards I need to actually remove all the front end with the crash bar and with the radiator pack, because as I don't have a lift, I don't want to damage the radiator, so I will need to work it like this. I don't even know if I'm talking with someone because it feels like I'm literally talking with myself. So guys, if anyone is listening, just drop a comment that somebody's actually listening. If it's not, then it might be that I'm speaking with myself. Right, all the wiring is now disconnected, so now I need to remove the air filter housing and the map sensor, then everything else from this side as well. Oh, don't tell me that thing is broken. Looks like, maybe not. Okay, this one, oh, this one is actually staying onto the engine, so it can actually, well, doesn't matter. Right, from here, now, next thing is gonna be this cooling hose. And it's gonna be a lot of water now in here. Right. I think it's gonna be easier. I'm gonna take us. No, Andrew, I cannot do this in Lithuanian language because most of my subscribers is actually understanding English. Well, speaking in English, so sorry about that, dude. Yay, somebody's actually watching. If you want to ask any questions, just drop a comment, ask it, and I can reply to you. Well, if you're actually interested in this. It'd be good to have a zip tie somewhere. Because this one is going to start leaking straight away. Zip tie. Right, now this shouldn't be leaking anymore. Next step, I need to... What about this side? Is everything on this side? Well, no. It's actually, well, there's a couple of clamps that I need to remove on the other side, and then I can actually start working on this side as well, because there's a lot of hoses that you need to disconnect, and a lot of vacuums goes... Well, basically this car is made from vacuum lines, so it's literally everywhere. Every single corner there's a vacuum line. So if you got a leak somewhere in a vacuum, the car is gonna misfire badly. Don't tell me that this clamp is broken. Yep, it is. Well, hold on a minute. Do you want me to remove this clamp or I do? Actually, no, I don't actually. This one gets safe. And somebody of course is going to be Nope, side, I just need to remove the intercooler, and that's gonna be it. So intercooler left only. The cooler from here disconnected, now from the bottom, and all the rest should be kind of done. Any questions? Anything? Right. So probably I can actually tell the story of this car. So this car has been used as a track experience car before for since 2016. And 3 years ago, it was just parked and forgot about it because it had some electrical issues and some people was trying to fix it and they couldn't fix it. And they said it has a lot of electrical issues. So afterwards, I spent 2 months trying to convince the guy to sell it, and after he sold me, I brought it obviously home, checked the cylinder sleeves, and on the old engine, all of the 12 cylinders was actually scored. So I bought another engine, installed it, and the car still didn't run. Well, it started, but afterwards it just, afterwards it didn't start. So it only started one time. So I was thinking, what the hell is actually going on with this car? I spent 2 weeks until I found it, it was actually the fault. So what it was, there was only the ECU wiring mixed it up on here, and when I swapped it, the car started and it was running quite good. It was accepting the revs and everything else. So that's the only issue it had, apart all the rest of the car. It looks like a nightmare, I would say. So now I'm just trying to figure out and fix everything so I could actually have decent car to enjoy. To remove anything from this car is a total nightmare because everything is so freaking tight you cannot actually put your hands anywhere. Right. This side sorted. I think it is sorted. So all the wiring on this side is removed, all the vacuum pipes are removed, all the hoses are removed. Now onto this side, which is going to be a bit more tricky. has everything even more tighter on that side as well. Alright, intercooler on this side is out. Just need to remove this hose. Am I missing something? And I lost the fan. Here it is. Alright, now mass sensor. Next. What is the next? Next. If you remove all the vacuums from the top of the engine. All the vacuums in here. I think this is connected. Oh, it's this one. So this is again 10 and that lamp. Nobody asks you to sit and watch. You know, it's YouTube and plus it's free, so I'm not asking you any money. So if you want to waste your time with me, waste. Or if you want to watch gaming, go and watch gaming. Nobody makes you to watch this. It is how it is. Hello. Who's saying hello? Carol. Carol? Carol. I think so, Carol. Hello, Carol. So I got like 6 hours to actually put this engine down and repair the vacuum lines and put it back and try to start it. So in 6 hours, push me like, let's say, because that's not going to be an easy task, especially for the Bentley. Alright, so the back of the engine is now kind of disconnected. There's one more hose in here, and should be, that's all from the back. One more clamp in the back. Right, the back is now free. This side is free as well. So now we need to release everything from this side, which is going to be most of the vacuum lines, cooling hoses, and everything else. Well, everything else. There's not a lot to be left. It's literally a couple of bolts, couple of this, couple of that. Alright, so that system is disconnected. What else? What else? Wiring. So that's O2 sensor plugs. They need to go out. Then you need to remove another O2 sensor, which is located here. And obviously this one is gonna be on the way. Right. What do you think, guys? Is it possible to lower the engine so I could reach the gearbox from the back? Is it possible to do it in 6 hours? And if the Bentley would do it in 6 hours? Right, now this stand out. Now I need to remove the air suspension plugs. What else? This hose. Obviously it's going to start leaking. You have something to put it on. Hello. I don't even notice who said hello. Oh my god, I can't pronounce that. Hard without lift. Tell me about it. I already took the engine out before, so I got another engine over there and I installed a new one. And yeah, I done it from the front, and this engine is supposed to actually be coming in from the bottom. So trust me, it was challenging and it took me quite some time. So I wonder if I'm not gonna fail by trying to lift the car up, is if the chassis is not going to move, because if the chassis is going to move, it's going to be a proper nightmare to align chassis with the engine again back in place. So I'm hoping just to lift a little bit more of the car. Well, not a little bit more, I need quite a lot to lift the car to have an access to the gearbox, because on the gearbox there's a lot of vacuum lines and probably they are all split. Even though I could actually check it before I'm install the new engine, but I probably just rushed too much, and it is what it is now. Live and learn. That's what all got to say. Right, now I need 13s to remove the alternator plugs and starter motor. Well, not the plugs, wires. What is this? Right, those two are free, so all it's left is the fuel line from this side, but I can leave the fuel line on because the fuel line is actually quite, well, there's two hoses and they're pretty long, so I can actually leave them on. I don't need to disconnect anything from the fuel line. Right, next, this is the vacuum that goes into the chassis. Next, I need to remove everything from the front now, which is gonna be a fun. Right. Then it's gone. Whatever. this is now free. Can actually take out, right, I can take out the crash bar. I think it was 17. No, 16 or 15. The bottom is probably 17. Right, so that's 2 from this side, and this still 16. That's good. Right, so crash bar is off. Now I need to remove those 2 radiators. Yeah, so instead of making the engine removal video for tomorrow, I'm just gonna do it live so everyone would see how much of effort you need to put in to actually lower the engine down. Trust me, it's not an easy task, especially when you don't have a lift. Right, nothing seems to faze you, and it's quite a complicated car. And this is how the Matt Armstrong started. Well, Matt Armstrong is a different person, isn't it? He's a genius on that. I'm just a lunatic who just likes challenges. There's a lot of things that is complicated with that car, but nothing is impossible. You still can do quite a lot of things, even if you got just tiny bit of knowledge of the cars. So basically, let's say for example like me now, if I would knew a lot about the cars, I would actually knew that I need to repair the vacuum lines or even change it to the metal ones. But as I haven't done my research, let's say homework, I didn't know that. So I installed the engine and now I need to remove it, well, lower it again. So it's kind of time waste, but from others' perspective, it's just, let's say for example, a lesson. That's just the water, so don't worry, that's not the coolant, that's the water. And my garage is already all wet from the rain, so I don't really care there's going to be more wet in here. Right, so this is a line that goes on the engine mate. So if I would take this one out and move it more to this side, that might actually giving me more access, but I need to first remove the hose from the bottom part in here, and there is a lot of connectors as well that I need to remove. Everything is so freaking tight in here. Oh, I forgot about this one. What is your background? My background? Well, my background, I don't even know. I used to have a couple of drift cars before, so I assembled actually my very first drift car in here. It had a V12. It was BMW 5 Series. I bought it from the friend, and that car again, it was a leftover for 5 years. So I literally bought empty chassis, and I managed somehow build that car in here in this garage with a low space. I changed 3 times the engine on my drift car, and afterwards I just sold it. Well, I haven't sold it all, I sold it for the spares. And after that I bought another one. So I was thinking that I actually enjoying drifting, but I wasn't enjoying drifting, I was enjoying spending some time in a garage as a hobby next to the cars, building them. And after I sold my other drift car, then I started to buy the cars from Copart. So my first very car was Volkswagen Passat, it was 2007. I paid like £300 because I didn't have a lot of money to jump on a proper expensive car, so I bought a Passat, I fixed it, sold it, then I bought another one. I had Fiesta ST, I had, well, still got the 1 Series BMW, I also had then Mercedes, and after the Mercedes, this one. So I even sold my 7 Series, which I had for 12 years, to buy this. Yeah, bring it on. Bring your car in and we can see what we can do. What car do you have? Damn it, that hose is literally stuck. What about if I would remove this? Right, so now the top part is free, and look at that. A wrench is actually came back. The most important, hey brother, what's going on? Nothing much, David, nothing much. Just chilling with my friends, you know. I felt a bit lonely, so I was thinking, hey, let's do a live, and maybe I'm gonna talk not only with myself, but with someone. What's up with you? When is your new project gonna be live? How the hell to access here? I I don't even remember how I put everything back in here. Those plugs are total nightmare to take it off. I think I need to remove the resin supply from the bottom first. Oh my god. Can't even reach it. Here you go, one. Right, only one plug is out of the way. Another 10,000 left. Right, what about you? Are you gonna? Yes. Now, this should be free. Should be. You won't believe how heavy that radiator is. Can anyone comment how many views I got, because I cannot see the top of the phone. Jesus. What's going on? I have a couple of books and one of them nasty. Oh, that car wouldn't fit in my garage. Big. Jesus, dude. That's a cool car. That's a really cool car it was. You should actually start working on it now. No time to waste, dude. Those cars are gonna get more expensive in time. Oh, Jesus. I'm all wet. Right, this one. Again, if you think that it's wet in here, trust me, it's not, because all in here is actually flooded. Okay, so this one is now out of the way. I can leave actually oil lines connected because it's not going to be on the way, but I need to remove this brace now. And that brace is gonna get stuck between the air conditioning wire. Right, so this one is free. This one we can pull on a side. Shouldn't be a big nightmare. Shouldn't be. What's going on here? Great idea. What are you working on? Well, I got a massive air leak. Well, not an air leak, vacuum leak on a gearbox side. And when I put a leak test on it, it's literally just flooded with smoke everywhere. So everything comes from the back, from the lower there. Well, I need to lower the engine down. So I'm gonna try somehow lift the car up, lower the engine down, and then fix the vacuum leaks and try to put it back everything without big issues, but probably that's not going to happen like this easily. Right, so from here I think everything apart this, but this one is going. This one is going actually here, so I need to disconnect this hose, and I think I need to disconnect that hose as well. That hose goes down. Right, so I need a couple more hoses in the front, then remove the brace, and I think the engine is gonna be free from the sides. Well, there is going to be turbo flanges that need to be removed, and they're proper nightmare to remove it. The Country Club Coupe 9028 Sport Coupe 9030. Oh my god, dude. Those cars are gold, and probably much easier to work than a Bentley, because you got a lot of space around the engine bay and there is not a lot of vacuums, I believe, or electronics, because on this, whatever you move it, it's just a total nightmare. That's why people actually selling them cheap, as it would be way too expensive to fix them on a Bentley. So imagine if you want to change the starter motor for the Bentley Continental GT, that's gonna cost you about 3 to 4 grand, which is quite ridiculously amount of money, but you need to remove the engine to change the starter motor, because it's next to the turbos. If you want to access the turbos, you need to lower it or take it out of the engine at all. It's just a bit stupid, overcomplicated. Right. I need what I need. I need to remove those hoses. This one can stay. This one needs to go, and of course it's gonna be outside. Good. One more left to chat. Stay. And one more in here. So for this I need a climb tool. Wait. Actually, I can leave this one on, because as the engine gonna go down, this one is in the higher spot and it's gonna go down. It should have a nice access later on. Right. Okay. Front end. Is it 16 or 15? I cannot remember now. Oh, boy, this one is gonna be bigger. What the hell? 15, 17. Yeah. Good. Oh, God damn it. Come on. You know that feeling when you think, oh, that bolt is loose, I can twist it with my fingers? So that's the case. A couple of turns with a wrench, and then you think, oh, it's loose. And then a couple of turns with a wrench, and you think, oh, again, it's loose. It's not. Engine out job for the last time. It's raining outside. It's freaking raining, man. It's freaking raining. We got a storm warning in here and a flood warning as well. So, as my garage now has a small hole from the previous engine installation, all the rain is actually pouring inside. Well, it's not a lot, it's dripping a bit, but it could be, it could be worse. I could be outside now. They wouldn't be ideal. Or it could be a massive storm with high winds, if you know what I mean. No, it's not windstorm, it's just a rain. Well, it's a bit windy, but it's not nothing, major. Right, okay, this plug needs to leave the chat as well because it's gonna disturb me. Okay, you can stay here. What else? There's one more hose for the radiator, which is located in the bottom of the part. Now I got only what I got. I got only the oil hoses, which is not ideal to remove it, but I think I might actually take it out because then I could take the radiator out of the way and it's not going to be disturbing me. You see how fastly I'm changing my minds. Do you have anything to put it underneath? Because now it's going to be leaking, and water and oil. You know what's going to happen. I'm just going to fall down. Windstorm. Oh, that's all right. Yeah, kinda late, kinda. This one's going to be way too big. I need something to put underneath so it could take the oil. You know what? This one is going to be just fine, so I wouldn't slip afterwards, which is possible. Right, I'm gonna Does anyone has any plans for Friday? Apart watching me trying to do something. Come on. Seriously? Small. Either way it's 19 or it's 20. And this is the reason why I do not like oil, because now I need to change the gloves. Yes, to work on our 8-foot had to pop in to say hi. Hi. Hello, how are you? Right, need to change the gloves now. So David, are you gonna be still complaining about your tent by seeing in what conditions I have to work? Because your tent doesn't sound that bad anymore. Okay. Now I need to remove this actual cable, which is for the bonnet release. So there should be 10s. That's 10s, and that should be T25. I think so. No, it's T30. Alright, T30s. 25. Where's T30? Go anywhere. Stay. Alright, so it's removed, this removed, this removed. Now we can put this one on the side. There's one more bolt. Pull up. What's going on here? Did you figure out why the front suspension is so low? Yes, there is a leak. There is a leak. Ow. There is a leak on the front right strut in the top where the pipe connects. I need to change the O-ring on that side, and then it should be okay. So all the rest from the suspension is kind of sorted. Other side is holding the air perfectly, but this side is yeah, it's leaking. It's leaking. Right back. Oh yeah, I need to connect another radiator from the front. Key. Is this one gonna fit? Those two are loose. Now I should be able to take it out from here. Oh God, that's heavy. Just a second, I need to put my bolts back because I'm gonna forget where goes where. Right, the radiator can leave the chest in here. Okay, so we got all the front end now kind of loose. Well, it's not kind of loose, everything is removed. I can push everything onto this side. So what I need to do now, I need to lift the car up, put the engine onto the axle stands, release the gearbox. Oh Jesus, I need the gearbox. That's gonna be fucking, sorry, freaking wet. You should try to get rubber mats so the water stays below. Email a company for a sponsor. With your front suspension common because they includes air leaks in the air springs or lines or valves. Yeah, it could be the valves. I mean, I got. Where is the valve? Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. So I got another 4, I think so, of those. So if it's still gonna be leaking, I'm gonna try to change it and see if it's still gonna leak. But when you're putting those small hoses in the front, there's like an O-ring around it, and I think it might leak from that O-ring. Or I can try to do a pressure test or even a smoke test and see if any smoke gonna come out from the airlines itself. Right, what's next from this side? So this one is actually staying as it is. If the intercooler can be removed, damage it. Obviously it's gonna be tight as hell. Here it is. Okay, what's next? What's next? What's next? Power steering line. That's quite important to remove as well, because it's all tightened up on this side. So when the car is gonna go up, this is gonna disturb the engine to go down. So this one is now disconnected. Okay, what else? From this side, seems like everything is kind of free. In here, what about this side? In here, I got only one valve, one small hose to disconnect as well. I think that's EVAP systems hose or something that needs to be removed. And those hoses are extremely fragile. If you're gonna break it, you're gonna buy a new one. Right. Next, negative terminal for the engine bay. Hi, you're doing a great job. Thank you, Kevin. Trying to. It's a bit unusual to do a live, so it's actually very, very strange to talk in a garage with someone who you don't see. So yeah, stressing, trying to rush, but I don't know if that's worth to rush. Can't even find the correct tools now. Oh, so seriously? It's probably going to be easier to take all the bolts instead of walking back and forth, back and forth. Oh, found the fault. Right, negative. Right, negative terminal is now disconnected as well. So basically everything now from the front is disconnected, and from this side is disconnected as well. There is one vacuum line they need to disconnect, but I need to lift the car and take the wheels off. Well, at least on this side I need to take out the wheel. On the other side I think I might leave the wheel on. Right. Wheels off. and all the time losing the bolts on here, so I need to put it back in the place. Right, where is that vacuum line? Here it is. So this one is disconnected now. And the clamp should be pushed back through the edge in here, like this. I want to show a very cool thing for what Bentley actually done. Like say for example, you want to close the bonnet, you cannot slam it, it doesn't slam. Even if you would try, it doesn't slam. So that's a very cool, I don't know, let's say feature, that you cannot actually slam the bonnet. So let's say for example, if you're gonna have a tool somewhere in here, and you're gonna try to close the bonnet, it won't let you because you can't slam the bonnet. Okay, so how much of space I've got in here now? I might actually now need somehow to remove the flanges for the turbos. Happy days. See what I mean? It doesn't slam. Lifts. Matt Armstrong has 4 spare lifts. I'm sure he can use. Yeah, right. Let's just dream about it, yeah? I would be happy if I would have at least like 2 more meters to this side. It would be more than enough for me, but hey, you need to be glad what you have and not to worry about what you don't have. Alright, now we need to stay up because I need to where to put it. I don't want to put it on the engine sump. It would be good idea to put it somewhere on a subframe, but I'm not too sure if it's even going to hold anything. Right, I need to put that engine as low as possible so I could lift the car higher. Should be okay here. Right now, slowly. Is it going down? Ooh, that was scary. Okay. Wiggle test. Alright, let's move. Good. I will need you later on. Next thing, I got two more oil lines on this side to remove, and then I actually can. What the hell was that? And then I actually can remove the bolts from the subframe. Lifts and on it. The bonnet is a cool. Yes, it is. Right, now I need to remember what size it was in here. Nice to have a light. Right, let's give it a go now here. Oh dear God, I wish to have a lift. It is, one of them are now loose. One. Proper nightmare to access those two lines. What's going on? At least they're doing it. I have dude, you think I'm doing this live for no reason? I'm talking about with you Mission Past. So I knew that I need to lower the engine for at least like, I don't know, a week or so. And I was keep avoiding this job because it's a total nightmare to do it. But I was thinking, okay, if I'm gonna do a live, I will have to lower the engine down and fix the vacuum leaks. If I'm not gonna do a live, I'm just gonna stand in a garage and walk around and pretend that I'm busy on something else. So that's like a kind of push-up thing to actually do something. Right, I need to lift the phone a bit. Okay, go back to work. Less talking, more working. Right, one line is disconnected and then there is another one which is in a nightmare position to access. Oh dear. Right, let this. Where is it? If I would at least see what I'm doing, that would be great. Ow. Right, I think this one should be loose as well. I think this is a Gearbox oil line now. So it shouldn't actually leak because I don't have any oil in my gearbox. Right, from this side is done. Jesus. It's raining. It's raining badly. Right, how long I'm working? 1 hour 11 minutes. So I got another 5 hours. Let's try to do it. And now I've already removed most of the components of the engine, so what else is left? Now I need to double check. Nothing in here. Only the fuel line in here, but like I said, it's a long line, so it's gonna have an access. This one is all disconnected. That is disconnected. And here everything is disconnected. Right, so now I need to remove like a turbo flanges, which is most annoying part of the job. On this side is pretty easy, other side you don't have any space at all to remove it. Right, so I was talking about those. So the map sensor and the air filter goes into the nose and then on top of the turbos. Good luck, my friend, good luck. I'm hoping that it's gonna be the last video of your Audi R8 and you finally gonna start a new project, which I actually know where it is gonna be, and I'm gonna tell everyone in 5 minutes. Right, how to access now this. You can see here, put this onto the other side, so it should. Hey, it wasn't that hard, is it? Come on. See, it's loose. Well, at least I think it's loose, but probably it's not. No, it's not. And it's put back in a place. Whoa. If any Bentley technicians would watch this video, they would say, what the hell this guy is doing? Come on. What's this? Come on. And it's put again back in the place. Oh my god. Those clamps are most annoying thing in a car probably, because they cannot be pushed back properly as there's not a lot of space. And when you're pushing them back just a tiny bit to get it loose, it's literally pops back in a place. See the clamp? I'm gonna put it back. I have no idea. Good. Right. So this side is loose and the other side is not. So it is holding onto it. Oh, in perfect, get it back in place. Come on, give me a break. I've got only 5 hours to fix it. Otherwise you're gonna be staying in the garage. Well, outside, half garage. I don't know how to call the shed. That should be loose now. Please. You know what? We're gonna lower it. I'm gonna try to do it from the bottom because it's impossible to access. Always make sure you have a quality. The axle stands, they're actually sitting on a bottom part, so I haven't raised them up at all, so they literally still in their brackets sitting on it because I don't want to lift the engine more up, as I need to lift the chassis more up than the engine. So they're standing in the lowest position at the moment. Okay, what I was doing, oh yeah, that's this. I said I'm gonna try to remove it from the bottom part, and I'm hoping that's gonna work. Hoping. Okay, what's next? Now I need to lift the car higher so I can untighten the gearbox from the bottom, and also put a jack stance on the gearbox as well. Everything is so freaking wet. It's almost as you would be working outside. Right, is this on a subframe now? This, right, you can go it down. Right, that should be enough. Lift those up just in case if it's gonna break. And it's gonna be, I think it was 13 or 15, I cannot remember again. Right, so the gearbox. So the gearbox from this side is now loose. I've got a couple of axle stands on the other side, so I need to remove the 3 bolts from the other side as well. And then I'm gonna start lowering the engine itself onto the axle stands and see how it's gonna work. I need 2 axle stands for the engine as well. Alright, so the gearbox is now loose. I can remove the bolts from subframe itself, but I need to make sure that the car stays in the same position, because for example, if I'm gonna try to untighten everything in here and gonna try to lower it, all the car is gonna go down. So I don't want that. What we have from the comments. Oh Jesus. Oh yeah, that's not the ideal thing. I got 2 axle stands in front. Now I got one more axle stand on this side, and I also got another jack on another side, which I need to lift it up a bit now. Right, so this side is now all good, prepared. What's going on? Say hi, hello. Who commented? E-bike cruise. Hi. Having fun? What are you doing on this nice Friday day? Well, where are you from? Are you from UK or are you from somewhere else? Because in here in UK it's raining. Okay. Now I need to start lowering down. So how I'm gonna do it? How the hell I'm gonna do it now? If I would drop those ones down like this and leave the engine hanging on a jack, I can actually drop it onto the axle stands, and maybe, just maybe, it's gonna be enough to actually reach the gearbox and see where those vacuum lines are split. Let's give it a go, because this might end very, very terribly wrong. Okay, so I'm leaving the suspension hanging now for a moment, so it would roughly stay in position. What was that? That was a one. Okay, so where's those bolts? Where is those bolts for the subframe? Got 2 in the back and some in the front, so I'm assuming it's here. So this side is okay. And what about the other side? Right, so one is here on the corner. And that was, I think, so 19 or 21 or even 17. 21, 20. America, my family grew up building cars and trucks on airbags. Oh, that's cool. How's the weather in America? And which part of America you are? Right, wish me luck. I'm gonna leave some bolts like this hanging. I'm now just thinking I'm gonna drop the engine from the subframe. That subframe is gonna become loose and it's gonna hold. Where is it gonna hold? Is it gonna hold in the subframe or is it gonna hold in the bags? I should actually, you stay up, actually lower the car so it would sit on axle stands. Slowly, slowly, very slowly. This is the scariest thing ever. You know what's funny? It doesn't sit on a jack stands at all. Why? It doesn't sit on a... Oh, because I got axle stands in the middle of the engine bay. So I need to raise those up like this. This one starts, it's gonna drop, it's not gonna drop on my hands. And then, this side as well. Oh. Okay. Where is now my pivot pick? So I'm going to put this on directly onto the subframe. This should have balance in here. We should have a balance now in here and in there, so we should stay in a place. Next, the stand in the back is a bit high. It's sketchy. It's sketchy. It's very, 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 very sketchy. Alright, currently nothing moves. There's a bolt, there is no bolt in here, there is no bolt in here. Alright, so those two don't even exist and the engine haven't even moved. Obviously probably because the suspension is holding back in a place, but I want to leave it for now until everything's gonna become loose. What size here? On your axis. 20, I think so. It's actually 22. What's going on here? I am in Cumbria, England, and it's raining here as well. Yeah, it's not ideal, isn't it? Could be a better weather, but it is what it is. Fit now. So far so good, nothing moved, but I'm scared as hell because when it doesn't move, it means it's gonna fall. Alright, I'm not gonna tighten everything, I'm just gonna leave the bolts down just in case if it's gonna fall down, it's still gonna hold on the bolts. I'm still here, still alive. Right, everything is kind of loose, unless I missed a bolt somewhere, but it doesn't seem that the engine wants to come out at all. Oh, what's going on here? My Bukes have a compression ratio 432, 431. What? Oh, that's cool, man. Those Bukes will run on anything now. Right, I need to get something to eat, so I will be back in a few hours or a few minutes. Where is my phone? So, other thing as well, what I wanted to show you. So, this is that flange that I need to remove, and this is the axis I got. And in there is like small bracket that I need to push it back and remove it. So, you know what I mean? It's a proper nightmare. Right, be back in a few minutes.